Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Mr. S.i.m.s and welcome to the Wisdom Channel. It is good to have you back if you're a returning subscriber or a returning viewer. But if you're new here, welcome to the Wisdom Channel, a channel where we discuss words of life, words of upliftment, words of encouragement, words of empowerment, words that can take you from a dark place to a better place, words that have power to bring life to you. Basically, what we also discuss could be words that you've heard from your elder person, from your favorite speaker, from your favorite music clip, or from your favorite movie, or even from a friend really, and those words stuck out with you and they stayed with you and they helped you in the long run. Those are the words that we discuss. Those words actually include proverbs, could be African proverbs, Japanese proverbs, European proverbs, any words of life from anywhere. We discuss them here, the words of empowerment. So today, what we actually be discussing, we're discussing an African proverb. We'll be discussing an African proverb. So basically how it came about was that I was talking to an elder gentleman, an African who is of Ugandan origin. He's a Ugandan actually. So we were discussing things about leadership, things about empowerment, things about patience, things about tolerance, and all of those things. So as the conversation was going on, and we were busy, talking from me, the young man, and him, the elder man or the senior man, basically he was just imparting his wisdom to me. And he summarized the whole entire leadership conversation we were having. He summarized it with a powerful African proverb that says, if you want to have good food, do not look for a bonfire. A bonfire, for some of my friends who may not know, a bonfire is those big flames, or should I say big fire that they make around the beach area at night, and then they just start singing and having fun, and playing games around the beach during the holidays or during vacations. Or sometimes it could be fires that they make around the campsite, in the bush when they're going camping, something like that. So basically those big fires, most of the time, they're just made for warmth, for light and enjoyment. They don't necessarily cook food, because if you try to cook anything with that bonfire, it will burn. It will scorch it, and it will be crispy, and no one wants a crispy meat, unless obviously that's your thing. But if you want good, solid stew, if you want a good, succulent, well-cooked meat, or any other meat, staple meat that you may want to have, or staple meal that you have, you must look for a slow, steady fire. And what does that do? It cooks your meal to perfection. That tough meat becomes tender, soft, juicy, and succulent. Depending on the chef, of course. So us African, in other religions or in other tribes, they eat the cow head or the sheep head or the goat head. We eat the trotters or the feet. So those usually take longer to cook. So you can't cook those in a bonfire. Those need to be cooked in a slow, steady fire. So how do those principles apply to life? How do they apply to my life, your life, business, family, relationships, and all of that? It means that don't look for big, ghastly flames that could get you burned. However, you must look for the slow, steady, dependable, reliable. Could be people, could be assistants, could be friends, could be family, could be business partner, could be anyone really. But basically, to sum up everything, it says that do not look for the big, outlandish, over-the-top things or people, but look for solid people, look for stable people, look for steady people who have your best interest at heart. Remember, you can't cook a meal with a bonfire, but only with a steady, slow burning fire. And lastly, remember, you're valuable, you're somebody, and you're loved. Mr. S.i.m.s signing out.